is the stress or the anxiety from your child linked to your own anxiety? Before I answer to this question and before we dive into this video, I want you to understand that there are lots of layers for you to understand and perspective. But above all, that you are doing the best you can and it is not your fault. This video is not to blame anyone and is not to blame the world. It's to explain you and show you how it happens so you can not only help your own child, but you also can help yourself. So before answering the question, it's important to understand how the mind works in very simple way, okay? I am not a scientist and I lack simplicity and images. Now imagine that your mind is like a very intricate circuits. Like for example, in a computer, you have the card with some circuits. I'm sure you've seen some of them, some little little circuits, things like that, okay? So imagine that your mind is made of all that. Now, when you build a computer, you can replicate the exact same one, or you can create a different one depending on what you want to use it for. Okay? Well, the brain works the same. When you are a child, yourself included, you have been a child at some stage. Until the age of 7 or 8, you come with a blank slate, like a brand new card. You have the ability to shape it the way you want. And how it's going to be shaped? It will be shaped based on what you will learn during your childhood. And of course, during your childhood, who do you learn from? Well, you learn from your parents, from your caretakers, from the society, from the school friends, and the list goes on. Everyone has their own belief, and all these little circuits is one belief, and then you will create your own one. But of course, when we are a child, we are very linked to what our parents and caretakers are thinking, but also our teachers. And life has been created in a way that until the age of 6 or 7, we are like a sponge. We are into what we call an alpha brainwave, which is a hypnosis state. But when we are a child, we are more or less all the time on this brainwave. Why? Because this is the easiest brainwave, or the easiest way for the brain to learn new patterns. This is why a child goes, for example, I had a friend, she was in France, she was living in France, she was born in Italy, her parents were English, and at the age of 12, she was speaking 3 different languages because she had to learn Italian. When she arrived in France, she arrived at 7 or 8, she learned very quickly French, and at home she was speaking English. This is why children are so good at learning a new language, because it's very easy, because they are into alpha and even sometimes theta brainwave. That's more when you're a baby. What does that mean as well is that what they learn can be empowering. It can be to learn a language. It can be to learn how to behave in a good way. The boundaries. This is why it's important to leave to give boundaries to our children, because children need to understand what is good and what is not considered as good. But then they learn also lots of things. So if we fighting with in our relationship, if we hear all the time that money is hard to get, or money is bad, or we will never have enough, because they are into this brainwave, they will also absorb that. And if they accept it because it has been repeated over and over and over, they will start to create those new neural pathway. Their own ones, the ones that they've learned from you, from the society, from school, from whatever. But they also will learn the ones that are not that good. And all that, as you grow older, will become unconscious. So what do I mean by unconscious? Imagine that this is the sea level, and you have the iceberg. I'm sure you know what you see at the top of the water represent only 5% of the iceberg. The rest is underneath. That is your unconscious. And that is your conscious mind. So all those programs here are going here. So when you're adult, you don't even remember that you've learned that you are not good enough, or life is hard, or money is hard to get, or relationship equal fighting. You forgot about that. You learn to navigate through that, and you learn that as well. So if you are yourself anxious, there is a possibility, and here that is not an obligation that your child will take it on, but it's possible that it will feel your anxiety and will also somehow create it unconsciously in their body and in their mind. Now hear this. It can be reversed at any time. So it's not your fault. And if there is the most powerful and beautiful gift you can give to your child and also to yourself, is to you take care of your own beliefs. Because when you do that, not only you will help yourself, but you will also help your child, even your relationship. Everything in your life will change for the better. Trust me, I've seen that countless times on myself, but in lots of my clients as well. And it doesn't take long. And this is why I love so much hypnosis, because hypnosis goes directly into this program here, all those mother cards. And slowly by slowly, we are releasing those ones and replacing with new ones. New circuits in your mind. And if we bring new circuit of calm, happiness, joy, believe in myself, money is abundant, you create much more freedom in your mind. You feel calmer. And if you feel calmer, everyone around will feel it. It is 100% sure. And I'm not joking, 100% sure. If you feel calmer, people around you will feel calmer. Because you've seen that. You go in a place and you will notice people. If you feel someone that is a little bit fidgety or a little bit like this, you will feel this energy. Like this person unconsciously is a bit anxious or unsettled, and you're not specifically feeling comfortable to be with this person all the time. But instead, if you see someone doesn't speak specifically much, but there is something about them, and you can't even describe what it is because you can't see it, but just the way they are, brings calmness straight away within you. So yes, your child is connected to what you are feeling, but it's okay. It's not your fault, because remember, you can change that. So the question now for you is, are you ready to change it for the better for your life, but also your family?